Ceramic coatings. You have questions? We have answers. Okay, so if you've been following along with us, we've released a couple videos on ceramic coatings. If you haven't checked those videos out yet, please do. I answer a lot of general questions in those videos, but today we're answering some of the more technical questions and some questions posed by some of our subscribers and followers. So let's dive into the first question. Question number 1, what are the advantages of a coating versus a polymer? Well, the answer to that without getting too technical, a polymer is typically water-based and the molecules are not tight enough to fill in the pores of the gel coat, so it sits on the surface. This is why longevity is not nearly as long as its competitor. The ceramic is solvent-based and molecules are much smaller, so they penetrate the porosity of the gel coat and then harden so that nothing can stick inside those pores. Question number 2, how much coating do I need for a boat? We get this question a lot, and this depends on how much surface area you're coating. These bottles come in 100 ml, and we recommend 2 coats when applying. It will vary on the size of the boat, but one kit will typically cover 600 to 700 square foot. That includes waterline up and the interior of about a 24-foot boat. The bottom of the boat is always gonna almost take the same amount as the hull from the waterline up. Our estimations are kind of aimed to leave you with a little bit extra liquid. This is so you can coat your engine cowlings, your props, and in case you need a little bit for touch-up later on. Question number 3, how long does the coating actually last? This is another popular question, and it also depends on care and maintenance. But on average, I would say 12 to 18 months is about the norm. When explaining this to a potential customer, always under-promise and over-deliver on expectations. Stark Yacht Care also warranties coatings for boats 5 years or newer for 12 months. You can register on their website at starkyachtcare.com/warranty. Question number 4, how long do I leave the coating on? I'm not gonna mention any names, but one of my customers had some issues with this last week. This also depends on a couple different variables. A good rule of thumb is leave it on as long as possible without it being too difficult to remove. In a previous video, I've used Repel Pro and Liquid Thor, and I showed you how long I left each one on. Liquid Thor has a longer working time, while Repel Pro is going to be a lot shorter. Question number 5. This question came in from John Young. He asked, how hard is it to mess up and have to start over? Depending on what you mean by mess up, but if you leave the coating on the surface and you don't take it off, or you put too much coating on, or you also have an unprepped surface, you're going to have to remove the coating and re-prep for the coating again. It's not necessarily hard, but it's time consuming because you're gonna have to go over and run back through all your steps. If you're new and you aren't sure, please watch some of our videos to help you, or just drop a comment below and I'll definitely get back with you. Question number 6, from our friend Blake, all the way in beautiful Bermuda. Man, I'm jealous of him every day he's detailing out there in the beautiful islands. He asked, what process do you have to do to reapply ceramic once it begins to lose its properties? This is a great question, and it's actually going to be a future video that we do. But to answer his question, the answer to this is going to depend on how soon you realize the coating is worn away. If you're doing your maintenance washes, you should be able to tell what areas have worn away. Typically, the top side's always gonna go out first. If you notice it quickly and not much dirt is built up, you can do a light polish with Triple P and recoat. If you notice it's a little bit dull or oxidation has moved in, then you're gonna have to compound all that away and then polish and coat. But that's just a summary. We'll also release a video that'll be a little bit more detailed. I plan on doing that video with Mr. Cole Holbrook, so stay tuned for that. And I appreciate you asking that question because I get it a lot. Lastly, lucky number 7, from a company by the name of Newbright. He asked ease of application on a scale of 1 to 10. If you're using Liquid Thor, I'm gonna put it at a 3. Thor has an amazing carrying agent that allows for more working time. I put it at a 3 because it's not much more work than a polymer, to be honest. But everybody's subject to their opinion on that. Repel Pro is going to be a 6 for me. And that's just because that coating flashes super quick, and if you haven't worked with it, you need to know what you're doing before you dive into it. 3-foot sections work best, and always test out an area to figure out what times are going to work best for your application. Our graphene coating is going to be about a 6 as well. It acts just like Repel Pro, but I've noticed the gloss is just insane on that product, and it's kind of caught my attention to where I've started using it a little bit more. I hope this video answered a lot of your questions you had about ceramic coatings. I know we only covered about 7, but if you have any more questions, please drop a comment below and I'll definitely get back to you. As always, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate everybody that's followed the channel so far. There's been a lot of support, and we're looking forward to making a lot more content with you guys. Thanks for watching.